Hey you guys, it's me Laura, and I am here doing something for you guys that I haven't done in a long time. I am doing a tag video, and this is the Cooking Tag Collab, and I was tagged by Emily from the Terry family. If you haven't checked out her channel before, you totally should. She's got a really awesome family, and yeah, you should check it out. So I will leave her link below. But I was actually kind of sad at first when I got her message that she tagged me and I saw it was a cooking tag, because I have not been able to I love to cook. I love cooking. It's very therapeutic for me. And I have not really been in the kitchen at all for this whole pregnancy, and I am 22 weeks pregnant, and I have been itching to get in the kitchen, and I saw it and I thought, oh, there's no way I can even make a meal in the kitchen, let alone do a video with it right now. But then I saw that it was questions, so I thought, yay, I can do this. I could totally do this. So I'm excited, and even though it's not getting me actually physically in the kitchen, it is talking about the kitchen, and that's exciting. I've been doing a lot of vicarious living through YouTube videos, cooking videos, and makes it a little bit easier. But enough rambling, into the questions. The first question is, who primarily cooks in your home? Normally I'm the primary cook, with my husband helping out quite a bit, but throughout my pregnancy he has been the cook, period. Every once in a while I'll be able to do something really simple, but it's very rare and it's just not really happening much. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. But when we got married, he was the primary cook. I had to learn how to cook. He helped me learn. So, who is the better cook? I think it really depends on what we're cooking. I'm a lot better at creating things and trying new things and being inventive, and he is really good at perfecting things. So it just kind of depends, and we each have our own recipes that we do better. Cast iron or non-stick, we almost always use cast iron because I have a tendency to run low on my iron, and so we use the cast iron to help with that. And we use the non-stick just for very, very few specific things, and not very often. Usually it's our cast iron. Do you follow recipes or do you wing it? I do a little bit of both. I almost always get inspiration from recipes, but I rarely ever follow them exactly. Part of that is because I end up having to substitute due to allergies, and part of it is just because if you can't be inventive, it takes the fun out of it. And there are some times when I'm just making things from whatever we have in the kitchen and coming up with my own creation for what's in the pantry, but usually I kind of loosely follow recipes. What is your favorite thing to cook or bake? That is so hard because it just really depends. I just like to cook. I like to try new things. I like to, I don't know. I don't think there's one thing. I do prefer cooking over baking, just because I think it's more fun. You can be more creative with it. But yeah, I don't know that I have a favorite thing. I just like to cook. From scratch, pre-made, or box? Everything from scratch. We have food allergies, so that cuts out a lot of the other, and it's more fun from scratch. Sometimes the convenience of pre-made or box stuff is good, but I like making it from scratch. Do you follow high altitude directions? I've never lived in high altitude, so I've never had to follow high altitude directions. Organic or non-organic? Now, I have, through the years, been kind of all over the board with this, and right now I am currently at a place where I do probably about 50-50. I'm a little unsure on some of it, honestly. Especially since I'm pregnant, I'm trying to eat a little bit more organic. But I think honestly, whether it's organic or non-organic, the best is homegrown, which this season I'm not doing a lot of that because I'm pregnant and I'm sick. But I think homegrown, local, where you can talk to the farmers and see, is the best. Sometimes organic's better, sometimes conventional's better. I don't know. Gas or electric? I've always only cooked on electric, so that's all I know. Glass, metal, or stone for the oven? It kind of depends on what you're making, but generally I prefer stone. I find that it's much harder to burn things in stone. You can make them really crispy, beyond edible crispy, and them still not be burnt. It's really the strangest thing. But we actually had a bunch of stoneware and it broke, and I've had a hard time trying to transition to metal and getting the cooking just right. But I think a lot of it is depending on what you're cooking and what you're used to. So yeah, that is it. It was just 10 questions, and that is all that I had. So that is it. I like to cook, and cooking is fun, and my hope is to, I have an awesome cooking series that I want to do on this channel, but I'm not up to it yet, and I'll get there. But mostly when it comes to cooking, I'm passionate about eating healthy, which is mostly whole foods and a variety of foods, and I am passionate about allergy-free cooking because that's an issue here, but mostly just substituting for people in general. Whenever you have to make substitutions, learning to substitute in recipes, and I like cooking meals that are not going to break the bank. I think eating healthy is super important, and learning how to do it on a budget is super important. So that's it. So I am closing this out. I tag any one of you who likes to cook to do this tag as well. I'll talk to you later. Bye.